Hollyoaks bombshell. Clare Devine Banks unleashes her darkest confession yet, and a murder plot begins to unfold. In a village as chaotic and secretive as Hollyoaks, no one ever stays dead for long, and no character proves that better than Clare Devine Banks. Once thought to be long gone, Clare has returned in a storyline that is as shocking as it is sinister. As one of the soap's most infamous villains, her reappearance sent tremors through the village, but even longtime fans couldn't have predicted just how far she'd go to get what she wants. Next week, Hollyoaks takes things to another level as Clare makes a stunning confession, sets a dangerous plan in motion, and pushes her twisted legacy to new heights. With a funeral, betrayal, and murder all looming, the village is on the brink of yet another catastrophe, and Clare is at the heart of it all. The return no one saw coming. Clare Devine Banks, once feared and presumed dead, made her jaw-dropping return just weeks ago, blowing apart any illusions that Hollyoaks had moved past her reign of terror. But this time, she came back with a new name, new secrets, and a new partner in crime. Detective Inspector Banks, the corrupt cop who had been orchestrating a child trafficking ring from within the force. As it turned out, Clare was more than just his accomplice. She was his wife, and together, they had built a life of shadows and secrets, including raising Tori, the granddaughter of Sienna Blake and Dodger Savage. But Tori is now back with her birth family, having been secretly returned by Grace Black, Clare's estranged sister. It's a betrayal that Clare has taken personally, and though she's acting civil for now, everyone knows a Devine never truly forgives. A funeral, a confession, and the start of a war. The stage is set next week when Hollyoaks airs the funeral of D. Banks, who met an untimely end after his criminal web began to unravel. The funeral, far from being a time for peace, becomes a catalyst for fresh tension, especially when Clare learns that Tori has been banned from attending. Enraged and determined, Clare confronts Dodger, demanding that the little girl be allowed to say goodbye to the man who raised her. But beneath her apparent concern lies a deeper, more manipulative agenda. It's during this confrontation that Clare drops a bombshell confession, a moment so dramatic that it shifts the entire trajectory of the story. Everything I did, Clare begins, was for Tori. But now that she's gone, I've got nothing to lose, and you, Dodger, have everything to fear. What follows is a chilling reveal. Clare has known all along that Grace betrayed her, handing over Tori behind her back. But instead of confronting her sister with rage, she's taken a far more dangerous route, feigning reconciliation, and planning a cold-blooded revenge. The Mask of Civility, Clare's deadliest game yet. For viewers who remember Clare's earlier reign of terror, this storyline marks a return to classic Devine form. Manipulative, charming, and always 2 steps ahead, she's once again playing everyone around her, and Grace is squarely in her crosshairs. Pretending not to know about Grace's betrayal, Clare reaches out to her sister with an offer that appears genuine, the chance to go into business together, raise money, and possibly gain legal access to Tori. But what Clare really wants is control and vengeance. She wants Grace close, says a source from the production team. That way, when she strikes, it will hurt more. Behind the scenes of this fragile alliance, Clare has already taken the first step toward murder. She's paid a visit to an old associate, Robbie Roscoe, who's currently recovering in the hospital. But this wasn't a friendly Robbie, kill Grace, or else. In one of the darkest scenes to air this month, Clare gives Robbie an ultimatum. Kill Grace Black, or suffer the consequences. The fact that Clare turns to Robbie, a character with his own morally gray history, shows how carefully she's planning every move. She knows Robbie is vulnerable, isolated, and desperate for meaning. And she exploits every inch of that weakness. You owe me, she whispers to Robbie, her voice a quiet storm. You've got one shot to make things right. At first, Robbie resists. But Clare's manipulation is relentless, and when she reminds him of everything Grace has done, to her, to the village, even to him, he begins to crack. By the time the memorial service for Freddie Roscoe arrives, a memorial based on a lie, since Freddie is very much alive but hidden away thanks to Warren Fox's staged death cover-up, Robbie has made his decision. He agrees to Clare's terms. The truth about Freddie, a village built on lies. As if one murder plot weren't enough to ignite chaos, Hollyoaks continues to unravel its most intricate web of lies. Freddie Roscoe, presumed dead, has actually been hidden away for his own safety. The whole village has mourned him, but in truth, Warren Fox, ever the strategist, arranged for Freddie to disappear, faking his death to protect him from imminent danger. That secret is now on shaky ground, especially as the memorial service draws attention from all corners of the village. It's a powder keg of emotion, and it's here that Robbie silently pledges to carry out Clare's request. Viewers should expect the memorial scene to be a major turning point, not just for Clare's arc, but for the entire Blake, Roscoe, Divine network. Sienna and Dodger, caught in the crossfire. While Clare plots and Robbie prepares to kill, Sienna and Dodger are focused on one thing: protecting their granddaughter. Tori's return has been both a blessing and a source of constant fear. They know that Clare won't give her up easily, and they're right. Clare is obsessed with Tori, not just as a child she raised, but as a symbol of power. To her, reclaiming Tori is the final piece in rebuilding her life after Dee Banks' death. And if that means tearing the village apart, so be it. She sees herself as the rightful guardian, explains series writer Ellie Masters. But it's less about love and more about possession. With Clare pressuring Dodger, manipulating Grace, and weaponizing Robbie, Sienna is once again forced into the role of protector, a role that may put her in mortal danger. Grace Black, the target of a murder plot. Grace Black has never been a saint, but she's also never faced a threat like Clare. Their shared history is complex, filled with betrayals, loyalty, and loss. But now, with Tori at the center of the storm, those past wounds are being reopened in the most brutal way. Unbeknownst to Grace, her sister is planning her murder, and has already recruited an assassin. Grace is smart, but she's not paranoid enough, says another insider. She doesn't realize she's being watched, manipulated, and set up. As Clare lays the groundwork for her most calculated move yet, Grace continues to trust her, unaware that every word, every agreement, and every smile is laced with venom. The countdown to chaos. Next week's episodes promise to be among the most suspenseful Hollyoaks has delivered this year. With Dee Banks' funeral acting as the emotional trigger, Clare's plan starts moving swiftly into place. Expect a tense showdown between Clare and Dodger. Robbie's moral conflict as the pressure to act intensifies. The memorial for Freddie, which could lead to his secret being exposed. Sienna and Grace, potentially teaming up, or tearing each other apart, as the truth slowly emerges. Fans react. Clare Divine is the villain we've been waiting for. Since her return, social media has been ablaze with excitement, fear, and admiration. Fans are calling Clare Divine Banks the villainess of the decade, applauding her chilling delivery and intricate plotting. Hashtags like #Clare Returns, #Grace in Danger, and #Freddie Lives have trended multiple times, with fans begging for more screen time, deeper flashbacks, and a possible showdown between Clare and Sienna. The Hollyoaks writing team seems to be listening, and this storyline shows no signs of slowing down. Final thought: can Clare be stopped? In Hollyoaks, villains rise and fall, but Clare Divine Banks is operating on a whole different level. Her intellect, patience, and unrelenting need for power make her one of the most dangerous characters the village has ever seen. As Robbie Roscoe steps closer to committing the unthinkable, and as Grace walks unknowingly into a trap, viewers are left wondering, can anyone stop Clare before it's too late? Or is Hollyoaks about to lose one of its fiercest women in a twist no one saw coming?